What is up, YouTube? Is a Vraycon. So, do we have another failed MMORPG? You probably knew somewhat about this, but we got some more news about it. The Kickstarter Crowfall, the kind of a PvP MMO that was launched in July. Actually, I played the alphas and betas, so I have a little experience with this. Didn't go too hardcore in those, but did play it for a little bit. And we got this statement right here. This just came out like yesterday. Let me show you this right here. This is from mmorpg.com, so I want to give them credit for this article. But it says Crowfall, the PvP Throne MMO released earlier this year by Artcraft Entertainment, has been purchased by an Austin-based game studio, Monumental. So they've been bought out. Literally 5 months after launch, it's been bought out and sold. And it'd be one thing, and that does not mean completely it's going to be a failure, but this game has struggled to get any kind of player base. And here's an updated statement right here. It says, in an update from our PR contact, Monumental has acquired both the Crowfall MMO IP, so the IP, as well as the entire Crowfall development team. So they I guess the whole staff of Crowfall from Artcraft. Artcraft themselves is working on a new unannounced project and will now no longer be involved in the development and operation moving forward. So basically they bought the whole team out. So it's still going to be basically the whole development team. I'm guessing artists and developers within the team. The guy that really started this, he was a former developer for like Shadowbane. That's where some of the hype came from. I think he worked on like Wizard 101 too, if I remember. And it's supposed to be a big PvP MMO. I was hoping for something that was going to be closer to like a Dark Age or Cyrodiil ESO MMO. And it just was not that interesting. The PvE aspect, I know it's a PvP MMO, but they basically had to level up. And it was so boring just to level up to max level. And you could do it like in a day or two. It didn't take long at all if you know what you're doing. Literally within 2 days. And that's not even like grind anything out. I mean, it just was... There's no effort put into like leveling up at all. The combat just did not feel impactful. Like you basically felt like you were hitting air when you were swinging an axe and stuff like that. Just was not. You didn't feel it. No impact. They kind of call it floaty combat. I think it's the term people use. And now they're saying they're working on another game. I have no idea what kind of game they're working on now. I feel like if it is a Kickstarter, again, this was originally a Kickstarter, they're going to have a hard time getting anybody to put money down, because this game, Crowfall, it took forever to develop. I don't know when it started developing, but it took forever. And for the amount of content and the amount of stuff that was in the game at launch was just not near the development of time that it took to develop the game. And I think a lot of problem with these Kickstarter games, and I've seen this with some older developers, with this game, you can talk about Camelot and Change with Mark Jacobs that came from Dark Age of Camelot and Warhammer Online. It's just the MMOs now, I think, just take much longer and much more money to develop than it did in 2003 or Shadowbane. I don't know when that came out. That was before WoW, so that was like 2001 maybe. Dark Age of Camelot came out before WoW too. So I mean, the games back then just were much faster to develop. Probably didn't need near the staff, near the time. And I think a lot of times these Kickstarters, these MMOs, they just don't get the funding behind it. It takes a lot of money now. Probably a big staff. And the last, I guess you say AAA MMO that launched was New World, and that was very recently, but that's backed by Amazon, multi-billion-dollar company. Multi-billion-dollar company. So this Kickstarter just needs so much money to start MMOs. They're so expensive. That's why a lot of companies have moved away from MMOs, because I think the risk reward is not there. When you can make other genres much cheaper and almost the same amount of return. Now I do think if you do make an incredible MMO, it's insanely lucrative. A New World's interest, and even the Lost Ark beta, when you saw the people watching them on stream on Twitch, I mean, they had over 300K viewers watching them, and this was like betas. So the interest is still there for MMOs. It's just needs to be a really great one come out. and I think it's gonna make a ton of money, man. People are really down for the next big one. But yeah, I thought I'd talk about this news right here. I don't think this game is going to make it, and this is not to be negative to the new company that took it over, Monumental. I hope they succeed. I hope they turn it around. I really do. I own the game, so if they do turn around, I'll hop in. I think you got to fix some of the combat. The combat just does not feel good. Does not feel impactful. The PV leveling process, it's got to be scrapped somehow. There's nothing to it. I didn't like the vessel system. They had a vessel system I didn't enjoy either. I thought that I just didn't like the whole idea of it. But yeah, that's basically kind of want to bring this news up that this got bought out, and you know, hopefully a new company does something with it. I don't have much hope, but it looks like another MMO down the drain. But again, I hope Monumental turns the game around and finds a good niche. I think it would be a niche community. But yeah, just gonna want to talk about this news right here in the MMO community. It's my favorite genre, so I do try to stay up to date in the genre. Guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoy this, please hit like and subscribe. Also, I do stream on Twitch. Twitch link is below, so come hang out and chat it up. And I'll see you next time for the next gaming news, gaming videos. See ya.